Welcome to Editing with me. I'm Tommy, and I'm going to go through a project from the very start. Don't know about the finish. I don't know, so let's see how I feel. Record an hour. It could be like an hour. I could find. I'll probably go to the render point, but I'm gonna go download and everything to start a edit project, and we'll see where it goes from there as I enter my password to unlock. Didn't take. I seem to have forgotten, once I recorded, I seem to have forgotten my unlock password. There we go. So here we go. I have my downloads here, which everything goes downloads, and I can even use this second screen here, which I will be doing here momentarily. And over here, my hard drive is back underneath my actual computer. I go down to my hard drive and I go to find my project folder where I'm going to start a new one. So it's like I'm really organized when I come to setting up projects. With all these other shows, I have to go get the piece of media I need. Just going to be using that account. I'll set this on this screen. Open up my email here. And if you know, if you're watching, you probably see who this is for and everything. Give it a quick clue. So I want this. Oh, the logo is a dead giveaway if you're watching. Hey, if you're watching, shout out. Yeah, created the video. It was raining earlier today. It calmed it it cleared up. It was raining earlier today, but so we're gonna go. Everything is sent to Google Drive. So let's see. Go back home here. Go into the one folder. Find that, and then we're looking for. I'd like to just do some reorganization here. Next. That was done. Move. I think I did that one. I just drag them to. I don't delete them. I just drag them into. And here's like I could probably knock all these out. What's left? And yeah. So let's go into this folder. So we're gonna download the media. Downloading shouldn't take too long. Once I hit download anyway. From Google Drive. Google Drive is so we're downloading media. Let's close email. Go back to my folder. So here's the downloaded clip. So I set the same organization here. I have a template folder that I just have like to create. Everything's all put together, ready to go. I just bring in the new piece of content that I need, and I just copy this template folder, and I just call this the same as this file. Do that. Wait for it to come in. This is doing all in real time. Just using my microphone on the earbud, so you can hear me in the proper way. I'm gonna rename this the same file, and then I'm gonna go and do all this here. Set up the project. Open up Final Cut right here. We don't need Google Chrome anymore. It's opening. Yeah, it's opening. So Final Cut is opening. Set the media in library, motion content in library, cache in library, and then I'll go later and remove like render items because rendering takes up a lot of space. I can go back and clear. I need to do that too. Maybe that'll be another video, clearing render space and everything. But I'm going back here. Other shows, no. Click the wrong one. There, and then click there, and then choose that. Boom. Okay, now we're ready for the project folder. Uncollapse. So now I have 2, and then to see it's all ready, I just need, the one thing I always have to do is go into here, highlight all the media that's in there, and do a relink original media, original files, locate, and using just in that folder, in the main project folder. Now it's gonna find them. Wait for a second. This is real life in real time editing with me. And then now found them all, relink files, and usually it works, and there it goes. So now they're all relinked and ready to go. Now I just have to take in, and then this, I have this to set up for vertical. I set up, if I have my intros and I have intro and outro all put together, ready to go. So it's going through my headphones, you can't hear anything. But now it's time to drag in the media, the episode media. Boom, boom. And then I'm gonna get to the render point and stop this video here. I don't know. I just don't want it to. I just don't want to show video rendering because rendering is kind of boring. But anyway, so that's why I want to stop to a point. And it's rendering. I might pick it back up and show how I just start, but it's just like repetitive. It's just me listening to the show essentially, and yeah. So now I can drag the clip from. You always want to work from not desktop or downloads. You want to work from your folder. So now I have the media in the folder. I drag it to here, and now I can find the clip. There it is. Oh yeah, that. So I'm gonna have to listen here. Put my headphones on. He does the host does this clapping thing and to help sync and everything, but I've noticed I've actually last week I said like you might want to turn background cancellation off because Zoom they use Zoom in this. And it takes the clapping as background. So I don't really hear it there. See, no clapping, but I heard the voice. Right there. Set the in on the clip. I just take the whole thing. Oh, this is. Ooh. By the end of this, you're not hearing this. Wait till it comes out on podcast form, YouTube form, because I'm editing this for a podcast. Sounds like a killer episode, actually. I'm just finding the end point here. Usually it's right there at the end, and then I have a conversation sequence, and I'll drag that right into the conversation there, and I'll do it again. You'll see here in a minute why I do 2 in the timeline. I'll lower the volume for 1, if you can see what I'm doing there. So now, make it a little smaller, and so now, what I like to do for him, and I usually find a good tease for the episode. We have the intro, the conversation, which is full conversation. The full conversation, and then the overall output of the show I'll use for that sequence. I'll put everything together once I'm done with the clips and conversation stuff. So now what I'm going to do here, and we're almost ready to render, but before we render we need to set it up. So I hide the first line by now it's you're only seeing this lower level. And I can also go put the audio, enhance audio too. But so I open up a crop, the crop tool, transform, crop, or distort. I'm going to go crop, and then see like that, and then I crop all the zoom stuff out like that. And then I open up the top layer of the video. Now you can see him again. And then I'll crop that out. Same way on that side. I'll crop out all the zoom features. So now we're going to transform and to make it full size, full screen. If you're ever wondering how I ever do this, what happened there? Okay. And then it has to be cropped, I know. And let's go back to crop. I just realized right click, crop, and you can get them there instead of going down here. So I'm getting faster and faster as I do this. And now it snaps right to the center. So that's good there, but you might want to just move it over. Go back to transform. See, is this centered? I think so. So we go to crop. Center that. How does that look? And I'm just about ready to transform. Let's bring him down here a little. I think that's good. He's lowering the screen, I know. So now we're ready to render essentially. Right now. Let's move over a little bit there. Still need to do some more cropping. Alright, that looks. I haven't actually. I usually it's pretty smooth the way I usually do this. Okay, I think it's as good as it's gonna get now. So now it's time to render, and I'll stop this video. I won't show you it may take like 20-30 minutes to render. So I just highlight, I'll take this off, tick this off, highlight on the timeline, Control R, and now it's rendering. Now I can bring up this window here to show I'm doing a background render. It's taking up space in the project file, but that's setting up the project file that I have with bringing in the intros, all the media that comes with the show, plus the new media for each episode itself, the new guest content. Bring it all in, setting it up, and then once it's done rendering, I'll be good to go and start listening, start editing, and I'll catch back up when I start editing again. Till then, bye for now. See you in the next section when I'm ready to edit. And it's all rendered, everything's stopped, ready to go, and it's smooth and ready to go, ready to play and listen out. Put my headphones on, because it's always good to edit with headphones. So now I can hear that, but before I want to make sure I get audio levels good sounding, equalization. I don't usually think I can try that later. Noise removal, check off that. I don't think you really need that. So, alright, audio sounds good now. And ready to go. Edit and listen. I just listened to this. You can't really hear, maybe a little bit through the headphones, but you can't really hear this. I'll just keep this going here for a little bit while I listen. It's just me listening to the episode. Let it go a little bit longer. Oh, I can lower the audio level up a little bit. There we go. So I'll see you in a little bit when I'm putting stuff together, maybe, if I remember. But this is the second clip. I'll edit this one for my next clip. Not too much, but I'll see you in a little bit. Just finished watching the clip, and now if you can see here, I have these. If I can show a different way, tags. All these markers where I marked clips. So there. I made these markers. These are the clips I'm going to turn into vertical clips. I have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 or so clips that I'm going to just go. I'll run through this and then I'll speed up the process. In the essence of time, but I'll speed up this just to show that action is being done. But I just start here. I'm gonna listen. You won't be able to hear because it's in my ears. You will not be able to hear. I guess for next video I'll figure out how I can. Actually no. Let's actually do this. You might be able to hear a little bit if I do this. Bring it on.
You're even them.
Alright. So now the sound is coming from my speaker, which should be I should have done this earlier too, but not that important. But so let's see. First one was.
And they were copying copies. And so what happened is there was
go back a little bit
on the Savannah at full tilt. And so there's nothing more pure than that. So that's the first part.
Alright, so let that finish and we're gonna piece it together on the final product output. Marker and eraser. It's almost done here. It's about under a minute. Almost done. 63%, 68. Going pretty good. Close this alert. I'm gonna get one more for this clip. There it is. Okay, so now we're gonna put this together. I have my clips just so you can show you. Here's my clips. Then I'm gonna take and turn around these clips into a vertical section. Stop and restart. We're putting this episode with John and Mark together and getting it ready for output. So I have a tease that I pulled. We're gonna go into the clip, and then I have two teasers for this. The first one, but I think I want to use the one where he was working with Tony. So I'm gonna pull this one in, pull the Tony tease. So drag that in. So go to my tease sequence. Where did it go? There. Then drag it to the timeline. I like to do a Shift Z to make it fill the timeline. So there it is. Tease is in. Intro's already done. That comes in the template. So intro and the outro is already put together and built. So I just really have to get what I like to call a compound clip. So we got this is created to compound clip for the first clip tease. Compound clip. You're not exporting. It's all within the project. Intro and outro is done. I just have to get the conversation, make a compound clip in there, and it just that lets you bring in my work here on the timeline into a fresh new timeline. So now we're ready for the final product. Now the first thing we're going to focus on this part right here. The first one is the tease. You can drag that right in, make that bigger so you can see. Then intro, and then bring in the conversation somewhere right there, and then bring the outro. In fact, I think I just got better myself with the placement of the timeline. The intro, the tease intro, and then the outro are below, and then the main conversation is here. I think I just got better in placement. Just FYI if you're watching, anyone. Oh, so now this I'm in magnetic. You to turn that off, hit the P, and then you can drag that all the way over there, and now you have the outro with its music and everything. And I'll play it here in a minute here. Actually, let's set that up now. You have to sync everything up together. So I want to find the part where oh. We'll mark that right there, and then
welcome to the and nothing.
And then it goes away right there. Mark that there. So we're gonna do that. Put that there, and do a little. Now, come on. Okay. Talking to myself here a little bit. Okay. So now let's put that back. So now
is the benefit that I got working for and with Tony was proximity to multimillionaires, billionaires, and working with them on projects or whatever. And the biggest thing I took away was
welcome to the Your Message Received podcast. And now, taking your
I need to delete and redo this mark. So I'm usually better at this when the white screen shows up. right there. So mark it there. And then, can I do this? No, okay. And then blade tool. There you go. So let's...
The benefit that I got working for and with Tony was proximity to multimillionaires, billionaires, and working with them on projects or whatever. And the biggest thing I took away was,
welcome to the Your Message Received podcast.
All right, so that's set. Now set this one up. Gonna go back to that starting.
thing I took away was,
welcome to the Your Message Received podcast. And now, taking your message to the finish line, your host, John Duffin.
Hey folks, John Duffin here with Duff.
Boom, got it. All right. And we can render this. It will take long to render because it's so I saw, you see dots over here. It's unrendered and it's just not smooth when it's not rendered. So I like to add in a dip. Not that dip. No, not that dip. Does that look okay? Control D. I add the effects and then now doing the duration. I like to do 15 frames and 15 frames of each effect.
the benefit that I got working for and with
See how
Tony
that looks?
was proximity to multimillionaires, billionaires, and working with them on projects or whatever. And the biggest thing I took away was,
welcome to the Your Message Received podcast. And
All right. And then add one more here.
Hey folks, John Duff.
All right. So now, same thing there. And now same thing here. We're going to take this effect off. And then same thing on the outro. Same thing on the outro. Wait for the white screen. Boom. Right there. Mark it. Set it up. Sync it right to the end there. I think you don't need an effect.
Near Duffin Media. Have a great day, all, and we will talk soon. Bye.
And now, making its way across the finish line, Your Message Received has been a production.
And then I do like a slow fade out at the end here. Dissolve. And then 15.
Of Duffin Media.
Fade. Boom. And that's putting the show together. I'm ready to export. And I'm going to come back with one final clip section. Making the verticals. But I'm ready to export here. Play it one more time.
the benefit that I got working for and with Tony was proximity to multimillionaires, billionaires, and working with them on projects or whatever. And the biggest thing I took away was,
Welcome to the Your
Notice that I like to do this, and I brought this to his tease episode, the teaser as well. It's a tease. It's meant to hook people.
Message Received podcast.
And then go to the end here.
but because God doesn't make junk, and he did start with me. And when I finally got into that, and I stopped apologizing for what I wasn't and embracing what I was, liberate and help change the face of enrolling and say, there's many people at the top who are spewing stuff that doesn't work and making people that are good heart-driven people feel like they're losing, and they're only losing because a heart-driven person needs a heart-driven approach. And
You're right. Sharing. Give some more of your heart. Somebody needs it. And we'll keep driving content through your front door. John Duffin here, Duffin Media. Have a great day, all, and we will talk soon. Bye.
And now, making its way across the finish line.
All right, and I'm gonna do an export, and I'll come back and I'll do the verticals. So here's settings. I'm gonna make it for the computer. It's gonna give me an MP4. Say next, and then choose a destination. Outside the clips, inside the master folder there, and it's gonna export. And I'll see you in the final section here coming up quickly. It's exported, and I'm getting to the last part, which this is exported. I'm gonna go to my files and find this. It's 30 gigabytes. I'm gonna drop it right into the folder for John, and it's going in. I can tell him later in a minute here that they're ready, but we have one more thing to do, and that's create the verticals. So I'm gonna go into these clips, and we're gonna go into this other thing that I have started. We need 9 sequences. These are called sequences, not really, some people probably want to say projects, or the file name overall, that's this, but these are sequences. So I want to duplicate actually this Final Cut calls it a project, but I call them sequences because that's how I grew up on Final Cut. These are sequences to me, so I just duplicate and double up. So I'm gonna have 4 here, and I need 9. So duplicating these will give me 8. So when I have these ready here, let's get back to Final Cut. It's almost done. It's going in. I like to expand my view, and then 8, I just need 1 more. Duplicate. So now I take this. Oh no, I drag them in. I'm gonna drag all the clips into here. That's the best way to work. There we go. So now copy, paste 1. That's multiple ways. Well, it didn't take. Copy, paste onto the sequence project. This is how it's taken me like 5 minutes to do. So I go in the first one, I take the 1, double it up, boom, double it up, then I go to 2, so alright, so now I have all timelines in. So now it's time to make this. Wait, why? Oh, I was like, why is this? Okay, it's vertical. So now I'm gonna, so same thing, if remember the cropping, undo that same thing. So we're gonna start with this one, and then I wanna go crop, and I wanna crop, it doesn't really matter which one you crop, and then now highlight that one, and then crop this one to there. So now you wanna go transform, and then break that up there, and wherever you place, this is gonna happen for all 9 clips. So this is important placement here. This is gonna be really important placement here, like that. Make sure it's just aligned like that, and then boom, boom. Make sure like that. If it looks good, you can probably small it down a little bit, resize it down. Boom, boom. And turn off the crop. Whoa. What happened? Oh, Command Control Z is your friend. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. So one more time. I don't think. Alright. Oh. That's what was going on. Okay. That's what was going on. There was a little black. There we go. That's better. That's better. So now we can turn it off. So now this is set, and you want to lower this first track as well, so it's not double audio and everything. Play it, make sure it's
There's a
good.
lot of theory out there, and I've
Boom, boom. All right. Copy this first track, go to 2, and then you're going to do a shift Command V. Paste attributes. Boom. and then do that for each. And it takes audio and cropping and everything. Shift Command Z, paste. Shift Command Z, paste. Shift Command Z, paste. Shift Command V. So we're good. Make sure the timeline one. It looks good. Okay. Sometimes she gets closer to the camera, sometimes far away, so it's kind of off-putting in a way. But anyway, and then time to export these into computer clips. We're gonna call it clips, and I like to say new folder vertical, and then export. It's gonna, let's see, it's, you can watch them show up here a little better into the vertical, and then I have the main one already uploaded that's in and ready to go, and now 1, 2 is already being created. Boom, 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 boom. See how, where we at, or I mean you can see we're at 2. I can open up Final Cut as well. Actually get rid of this one so you can see. There we go. See the progress, and then see the clips being created in the folder. And we can speed this up too. Yeah, we're on 5. Alright, still 4. We're still on 4. You can see what clip is being created and generated. Now we're on 5. And 5 left to go. And then I can drag in and then use the Google Share notification from here and say message, email myself. I can send this now while it's being created. Let them know clips are in the folder. Here you go. Fun one to edit and listen to. And then it'll send to me as well as his Gmail. And it's sent off basically. All I have to do is upload. Because the main episode is in there. And I'll probably do another one later. But I mean, we're just waiting for the last bit and then we're done. Got 7, 8, and then 9 to do of exporting and then dropping them in. They're MP4s. The big file comes up. The Zoom file comes up at like 400 megabytes. But when I create the file, it's full size, full screen. It ends up being like 30 gigabytes. I haven't yet figured it. It's somewhere in the encoding process, I know. But Zoom has a lower quality. I guess it unpacks the Zoom file. Zoom is highly compressed and such. But we're almost done here, and this was a fun video to do. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, and let me know how I can support you always in the comments. Share with someone who maybe would like to see this and support and everything as well. And I'll see you in the next video as I'm dragging these finished clips in. I'll see you in the next video. Maybe I'll go back to Grapevine, the capital, Hallmark, capital, Texas. Maybe Dealey Plaza. Maybe the Stockyards. I don't know. A lot of things coming up on my mind in the moment. A lot of things, some big things planned ahead too. Very highly inspirational moments. Looking to do some stuff with around that too. As always, it's been like the 4th year in a row that I've done. If you know, you know. Summit of Greatness. But anyway, this is wrapping up today. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next video.